Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing today? Happy Monday to everyone. Happy Monday. I hope everyone is doing well. We're going to jump right on in. We're going to jump into this quick because we got a lot to say. And before I even get started, I'd greatly appreciate if you can just stick with me until this video is over. And please don't click me off because it is extremely important. I picked this knife up yesterday. It came through the mail. This is the copper rough Ryder knife. It is a flipper. It is a flipper. My dog is crying in the background. I wanted to dedicate this whole video towards just this knife because it is that impressive. And what I have done to it to make this knife, this $35 knife, that much better. It's important to me, and I just want to talk to you guys about it. This knife came with VG10 steel. Now, VG10 steel is it's my favorite steel. I've never gotten anything so sharp in my life. I cannot, when I sharpen VG10 steel, I can't touch it. I'm scared to touch VG10 when it's sharp. When it's sharpened and stropped, I cannot touch VG10 steel. Now, yesterday, what did I do? I got this home yesterday, and it was already pretty gosh darn sharp. I ran it through a couple pieces of paper, and it was cutting just fine. Not a problem, out of box. So I always like to use my Spyderco Sharp Maker. We're going to get into using that a little bit too. It's not all about just having a Spyderco Sharp Maker and making your knife sharp. You have to know how to use that thing. Everybody thinks they know how to use that. You're mistaken. You really, and I'm not saying nothing. I mean, you really don't. You really think you know how to use that, but you really don't. I'd like to go over that a little bit with you. This might be a two-part video or whatever it may be, but I'm saying, please don't shut this video off. I took this out of the box yesterday, and when I took it, when I got it out of the box, I ran it through my Spyderco Sharp Maker. I started out with the fine. They give you these. They give you the fine or the medium and fine. That's what you get with this. It's $60 when you buy it, medium and fine. So I started with the medium, and I started working on the edge, and until I was satisfied. Then I went to the fine. Now here's where it's the game changer. This is why I said they give you the medium and they give you the fine sticks. You have to purchase the ultra fine sticks. It is, ladies and gentlemen, it is a complete game changer. If you get the ultra fine sticks separately, you have to get the ultra fine sticks separately. And when I tell you it is a game changer, it is a complete game changer. So I started working through the fine. I went through the fine, or the medium, the fine, and then ultra fine. 3 processes, and then I took it to my Strops Plus strap block. Strops Plus strap block. And ladies and gentlemen, for the sake of love, this is what I ended up with. This is what I ended up with. You can see it right there. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying I'm a professional sharpener and all this other stuff. I'm just saying how VG10 reacts to whatever system you're using. Maybe I think VG10 sharpens up. I don't care what you're using. I think it's going to sharpen up like the dickens on anything. But I'm saying the process that I used. It's a complete 4-step process. And I use other processes too. I use stones. I don't always use my Spyderco Sharp Maker. But for this kind of stuff and this steel, yeah, not a problem. This steel's not real hard. It don't take long to sharpen up. If it took long to sharpen up, I'd use a more aggressive stone to get the job done. But I didn't need all that. I got them in there. I got tons of stones in there and fancy stones and all that, wet stones and all that. I've been there and done that. I sharpened this up, like I said, medium, fine, ultra fine, and took it to the strop block. Try that method out, and you let me know how you make out with that. Now I only got a little piece of paper here. I don't cut paper, you know that. I'm going to try and do this in front of the camera. Where am I at here? But just, it is effortlessly. It just, wait. There's no resistance. The paper, if you look at the edge of the paper, it's so smooth and quiet. Listen. It's just, it's extremely sharp. It's extremely sharp to the point where I don't really know how much sharper I can really take that to. I mean, yeah, maybe I can. But the outcome of this, I've even got it to the point where I could even get this a little bit more polished if I worked with the strop a little bit longer. And I added a little bit more compound to the strap. I'll bet you I can get this edge, if I really wanted to, the edge even looking better than that. But well worth $35 for this, whatever the heck they're calling this knife, the VG10, the Rough Ryder copper knife. You've got a fancy, they give you this fuller on it. That fuller really, really looks good on the blade. It's a really good knife for what it is. I mean, for $35, you have to go to, check out some of the forums on Facebook and check these knives out. What they're doing to some of these knives on Facebook will blow your mind. Will really blow your mind. Now, I know a lot of guys don't like patina on their blades and all this. The way that they're doing this copper, the colors, the way it changes the colors, it must be in the camera and stuff too when they're taking the picture, because, wow, it's impressive, man. When these guys are taking the pictures of these knives, unbelievable, unbelievable. But, again, the action, we'll talk about the action again. It is, spot on. I wouldn't kid you guys. I mean, as far as it being smooth, right down the pike, centering is dead down the pike, right there. We talked about the VG10, man. It is sharp as the dickens. And she just gets out there in a hurry. Closing it, you don't even hear it. I'm standing there. I'm not using my wrist at all. Guys, it just, watch this. It's just whistling out there, guys. Watch. I mean, what more can I say for $35? Lock up. There's your lock up. Right where you want it, man. Perfect lock up. Not too early, not too late. Right where I like it, man, on that edge right there. Once it starts dancing over too much, I start worrying. I like it on the edge. Not too far on the edge, but I like it right about there. Guys, what I'm saying is, if you stuck with me this long, for 35 bucks, don't walk, run over to your computer and gobble up on one of these guys. I'm telling you. I mean, why wouldn't you want to? Why wouldn't you want to? I was just so impressed with it. I had to come back and talk to you guys about this. I really did. It's going to be one of my go-to knives for a while. I mean, I think that's going to be my go-to. Now, it's got a little weight to it. Don't get me wrong. It's got a little weight to it, but it's got good weight. You know what I mean? It's not, you know what I mean? It's got fine weight. It's recessed. The pocket clip is recessed. They did it there. See how they recessed it right into the copper there, which is fine. Sticks in that much, so when you're pulling it out, you're pinching right here, boop, pull it right out. Yeah, we're going to do another update on it. It's already starting it. Look on the edges. It's already starting to patina that quick. Look at it. See the edges of the clip? But it's just going to be a great carry piece. So what I'm saying is for 35 bucks or whatever I paid, 32, 35 bucks, guys, I mean, it's a great piece to have around in your house or on your person or whatever you want to do. I'm just saying, I got this thing. I got it so sharp. It sharpened up. You see how I did this. I just used a 3-step process, 4-step total, medium, fine, ultra fine sticks, Spyderco, and I took it to the strop. And that's what I come up with right here. That's what I come up with. You saw me cut a few little pieces of paper, and it is just screaming sharp, this VG10. I'm going to do another update on this piece when I carry it another couple weeks or whatever, and it starts developing a patina. I'll show you that if you want to see that or whatever. I don't know. I got a lot to talk about. I got these other pieces here. This, I know you aren't digging this. But once you buy one of these G10 Stockmans or the series of G10, it is light as a feather. It's like having a feather in your hand. This series is great. This G10. Try this. You don't have to get the Stockman if you don't want the Stockman. Just try the G10 series. Just try one of the G10 knives. They're great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you get down the road. Stick with me. Please, let me know what you think about this knife. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about VG10 steel. I still want to do another video on this. I'm not done talking about this piece. I still want to talk more. But my camera shuts off after a certain amount of time. I don't have enough memory on it or whatever. All right, stick with me, please. Drop me that comment. I'll talk to you guys soon. I got a lot to talk about. All right, guys, stick with me. Thanks.